Good morning, everybody. Today I'm joined by Juliana. Juliana, how old are you?
I'm 20 years old.
Juliana, you recently reached out to me on social media and you told me you wanted to share your story.
Yes.
What is your story?
So when I was 15, I had bad influences in my life that I made the decision to try a fentanyl pill. Um, and I guess it wasn't the best decision. And I don't know, it kind of took away my life. I stopped going to school. I wouldn't spend time with my family. I was 15, not worried about, oh, I should go to school every day. I was worried about, oh, I have to get my fix. I have to go figure out how I'm going to do this. How am I going to tell my dad I need money? How am I going to convince him to give me $10 just to go get this pill?
Who introduced you to those pills back when you were 15?
So when I was 15, I had a friend from people that I knew around when I was 13, but I didn't start hanging out with him until I was 15. And at 15, he did it. And I don't want to blame him for this because, each person chooses what they want to do with their life. So, but he had it, and kind of to me, it was like, it looked cool how he explained it to me, how he said, oh, it made him feel good. And he kind of knew my situation at the time with my mom. And I just kind of looked at it as a way to run away from that.
An escape
Yes.
to get away from you might have been having problems at home,
Yeah.
stress at home with family,
Yeah.
and you needed an escape,
Yes.
a release.
Yeah.
How long would you say you were addicted?
For about 3 years. Yeah, 3 years. So 15 to 18, 3 years of my life that went by like a blink of an eye. Like I still thought it was. I don't even know what year it was in 2000 when I was 15. I don't even know what year it was, but I really thought it was just 1 year. Like it felt like 1 year in 3 years. So time really went by fast, and before I knew it, I was 18, had no high school diploma. Everybody else from that I went to school with was graduating, had good jobs, were getting their certificates in college and stuff like that. And I just was getting sober.
Were you out in the streets, like sleeping every night, or were you in the daytime you're getting high in the streets and then going home at night?
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I would come out here, Phoenix primarily. I would be in Phoenix primarily, just because it was easier than being in Tolleson. It was very far out from where I knew where to get what I needed. So I was in Phoenix primarily, but I would always go back home. Yeah.
So you've been clean now for a couple years.
Yeah.
How did you get clean? What happened?
So my dad, he met so our neighbors. We've been neighbors with our neighbors for about since 2006, since we moved over here from California. So we've been neighbors with them since 2006. They told us, hey, we have a friend that knows a pastor she goes to church, and he really does amazing things. Like and my dad spoke with him, and he said, Roger, I'm speaking to you, and I know that your right shoulder hurts. And my dad's right shoulder did hurt. I think he hurt himself at work. My dad has worked Monday through Friday every single day of his life just to provide for us. So his shoulder did hurt. And then he was like, when do you want us to meet my mom, which was struggling at the time with depression, schizophrenia, just really wasn't herself. And they came over, and that's really when my dad got into being spiritual with God and having a connection with God and choosing the path he wanted to live to better my mom and for me to get better as well. So I'd say God. Yeah.
So there were struggles at home
Yes.
with your mom's depression,
Yeah.
your addiction.
Yeah.
but through it all, your father was a strong one, the rock,
Yes.
and he was reaching out for help,
Yes.
spiritual help.
Yes.
And thankfully, he found a pastor that was able to assist him not only with the pain in his shoulder, but also with your mom
Yes.
and you. And how are you guys doing now?
So now, I mean, my mom she's there for me. Obviously, she's not the same as she was when I was little. But I mean, she's there for me. She helps me with my daughters. We spend time together. We speak now. Before I couldn't, there was no dialogue. There was really no communication. Nobody to teach me how to clean. Nobody to teach me how to wash my clothes. And it's not her fault. I don't blame her either, you know. But now I have her, and she tells me, oh no. It's so cute to me when I see her tell me, oh, mija, put on your socks, you're gonna get sick. And I'm like, that's like what I wanted, you know, what I was missing. But I have that now, and I mean, I've been clean. I have my daughters, so.
You have 2 daughters, you're a mom,
Yes.
and now you feel that it's super important to share your message of recovery, of hope,
Yes.
that there is a chance for people to get well if that's what they want to do, right?
Yes.
Because you have a purpose, you have children
Yes.
that you're trying to leave them a better world, and
Yes.
you don't want them to go down this path.
No.
So you're sharing your story, even you were thinking about it, right? You're a little you're shy.
Yeah.
You've been watching the videos for a while now, but you reached out to me because you said, I think I'm ready now.
Yeah.
I think I have the courage, right? God put it in my heart to
Yes.
share my story because it's going to impact and maybe save at least one person's life out
Yes.
there.
Yes.
And that's well worth it, right?
Yes.
What would you say to all of the other 15-year-old Juliannas that are out there? They're lost, they're confused, something's going on at home.
Yeah.
What would you tell them?
So I would tell all of you that there's a God out there that will save you, and it doesn't matter how much you've done in your life. It doesn't matter if you've robbed, if you've done really bad things to people. It doesn't matter if you've disrespected your parents, if you're very low. It doesn't matter. God loves you, and your family loves you, and you have someone that loves you, and there's hope, and there's a way, there's a path, there's scriptures for you. There's just so much more out there to life than just living like it's the same day every day. There's a life out here, there's love out here, there's family, like there's just so much out here that I realized that I wasn't experiencing, and I want all of you out there to remember that it's not just all about this one pill or this one drug. Like, there's really a life out here. It's not worth losing quality time with family, losing years. I lost 3 years of quality time with my family, with my dad, and he was my rock. He was still fighting for me, and now I'm able to, spend time with him, but I really wish I had those years. So yeah, there's a way out there. There's a way out. It's just you have to have it in your heart. You have to want it in your heart to get sober, and to not necessarily get sober that fast, but just seek out a better way.
That's a great message, Julianna. Obviously, your faith has really pulled you through,
Yes.
has really opened the doors, opened your eyes, because you probably weren't feeling this way. You probably weren't thinking this way
No.
3 years ago or whatnot, right? So would you invite people to your church?
Yes. So we have, it's called Revealed Kingdom Church, Reino Revelado, and it's on 3442 West Wilshire Drive, suite number 5. It's next to a suite that sells mattresses, so we're right next to it. Right now it's pretty small, but we welcome everybody, for you to feel God's presence, for you to know that you are loved, because I promise that when you go there, you'll feel God's presence. You'll feel His arms around you. You'll even feel His hands on your heart. And honestly, it will change the way that you think. And also, I have my pastor Melanie Arivitsu's number. Her number is 480-386-4913. Anyone looking, any families out there, any cousins out there that are related to somebody with an addiction, any friends out there that really want to seek guidance for their friend or seek a way out for their friend are more than welcome to call that number, text that number. If you need prayer, if you need guidance, if you need support, you can most definitely reach out, come to the church. We welcome anybody and everybody, and God does not judge anybody. God loves everyone and wants everybody to live their life, to be prosperous in life, to leave a legacy for His kids. All of us are His sons and daughters, and He wants us to have a very great, happy life.
Are you living a great, happy life right now?
Yes, honestly, I am. Like everybody else, I'm not perfect. My life isn't perfect. I don't want to paint it that way. But I have my daughters. I have my family, and I couldn't be any more grateful. Even though I'm still working on getting school done, I'm still working on things. I'm still working on myself to be better every day. But it's a challenge. I get up every day and I'm motivated to overcome every day. So, yeah.
Your story is a story of redemption, finding yourself, recovery,
Yes.
hope.
Yes.
People are going to watch this video and you're going to remind them of themselves,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And it's important for them to hear that even though we drove out here, right? You drove out here with your father and your daughter. I drove out here. How many people, even right now in the park around us, right? We can see a group of people, right?
Yeah.
They're lost. That was you.
Yeah, that was me. Yeah.
Those are the people that need to hear your message of
Yes.
recovery, of hope,
Yes.
and inspiration.
Yes.
So, just talking to you, meeting you right now,
Yeah.
like, I'm full of pride for you.
Thank you.
I'm happy for you.
Thank you.
Your father,
Yeah.
your mom,
Yeah.
your children should be happy
Yeah.
that you have the courage that God put in your heart
Yeah.
to share your story,
Yeah.
because you will save at least one life.
Yeah.
And it was worth it.
Yes.
And not only that, that's your story, but you have an open invite.
Yes.
Come out here, join me at this church, because this church is what keeps me on the right path.
Yes. Yes.
I'm reminded by God when I go to church to stay on this path of recovery, right?
Yes.
And so I think you can impact a lot more people.
Yes.
So continue to find your voice, use your voice
Yes.
for the greater good,
Yeah.
right? So I want to say thank you very much for meeting me today, sharing your story. It's not easy. I can tell physically you're like, you're breathing. You're like, oh my God, I need to, this is kind of nerve wracking, but again, you were given the strength and the light to do this because the greater good.
Yes.
And I think that's amazing, okay?
Thank you.
So I appreciate you. Let's stay in contact.
Okay.
And then maybe we can do a follow-up in the future.
Okay.
And
Awesome.
that'd be amazing. But I want to say thank you to your father. I met him, Roger. Really amazing father. That, again, the rock that
Yes.
kept you guys together.
Yes.
And now your family's doing a lot better than you guys were 2-3 years ago, right?
Yes.
So that's probably because of him and God guiding him,
Yeah.
right? Because a lot of people would have cracked and said, okay, well, I'm out too.
No. Yeah.
So he's the glue that kept you guys together, and I'm gonna go shake his hand again because he inspires me. Okay.
Thank you. Yes.
So thank you, and we'll talk soon.
Okay. Thank you.